Hey, how you guys doing? IVIcoX, and I am on the 1.6.2. Yeah, so version 8 showcase, which is now version 6. Because I never made the other versions, I mean, I'm not really going to be releasing them. Everybody was pretty much, not one person asked for any other elevator than version 8, so that is now version 6. So we're going to look at the features and the things you can and can't do on this. Um, so I need to still bug test this. I need to test it on a server. I have one built, but I need to check orientations. And I have ran into some issues on Bucket server. So um, this is still being debugged. But as far as it being an elevator that's functioning and does up and down, can stop at any floor, this can do it. Alright, so let's go ahead and check it out. So as you can see, each floor spacing is 6 now. So we got, 6, 12, and then total of 24 on the roof there. Safety rails, yeah, pretty much identical. The thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have the instant call features. So we're going to go ahead and take it up to 3. Now I will tell you guys that I am actually going to be, this is on high speed, so I don't really recommend high speed. I mean, it's not as quite as reliable as low speed, but you can do it. It's just a little bit, it can be a little tricky. So we're up to 3. Let's go ahead and go 1, go back up to 3, and you'll see that it will stop us on 1. So those are big differences too now, is that you can, the very bottom floor is ground. So I changed that. Those are the things I changed. Let's see what else. Okay, so we can go back up to 3 now. One of the good things too is that those dispensers, although are kind of annoying, they do let you know your signal got to where you want on it. So, yeah. So we can go up and down any floor we want to. We can do pre-program, meaning we can stop at 2 and 1. Which is pretty much jumping distance because this elevator is so compact. So after I reset this thing to ground floor, we're going to go ahead and check out what it can't do. But I did add in some features. So one of the things you cannot do is you cannot pick your floor and then call it up to you. What it'll do is it will cut the signal off. So if I pick floor, let's say 1, what it does is it's going to sever the signal. And yeah, this was to save, I think it's 12 hoppers in total. So by doing this, all it does is just lower the safety rail and sever the power, and the floor cannot travel down. But if you say I dropped the safety rail, sent it down, and then went, why isn't it coming up? And it's not coming up. If I know that I hit floor 1 prior, if you hit floor 1 again and then send it down, or call it up, I'm sorry, it'll reset the floor and then call it up to you. So it has a manual reset. Now, I've never showed this before, but my other elevator can do that too, but I thought it would be too confusing. But on this one you would need it if you accidentally, you need to have it up first, so you'd want to call it up by hitting down. So those are some of the big changes too, is that up only calls it from an upper position, and then down will make it go down. So you can see here, if I hit down, it's just going to go down from both directions. So there is a process that you have to do. So I need to reset this bar, call it up to me so that we'll stop on this floor, call up. Everything can be reset, but you have to know how to do it. Which, if I do a tutorial, I'll go into really good explanation And then of course on the download I'll probably put signs with instructions, or maybe I'll even mod, write a little notebook and put it in the inventory so that you know how to do it. Yeah, so I mean it's a little bit, it's more manual, but it is a lot smaller in total circuitry. I managed to save something like maybe 100 repeaters, 12 hoppers. I replaced them by using a piston technique, and then there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hopper flops on this. So that means there's 7 hoppers and 7 comparators in total, and if you count the bottom, that'll be 8. So yeah, so 8 hopper flops in total for a 3 high. And I managed to squeeze this down as small as I can. These note blocks, I can't really hear them. Seriously, you cannot hear them. I don't even know if they're even worth putting in. And if they were, you'd probably want to put them to where you could actually see them in the wall, because that would be the only way you could really hear them unless you turn your game volume up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. What it can and can't do. Obviously, you can reset it. You can call it up from any floor, and so can my other one. I just never showed it. I never really seen the need, because the only times I've ever seen issues is like this. Say a friend of mine, he doesn't know that you need to reset this elevator, and he's like, "This is cool. I'm gonna hit floor, 2, and then he hits 3, which means it's gonna make a stop at both those floors. So if I came in here, it's gonna do that. This elevator does what you tell it to do, and that's it. So that's part of the programmable memory. So if floor 2 was active and you come up here and let's just say you call it down, it's not going to do anything, like absolutely nothing. The connection's been severed. But guess what? I know that that is floor 2. So if I hit floor 2, send the signal down, I can actually reset it manually and then go ahead and call it back up to me. So my other elevator can do this too, but you do have to know which floor. Now if you're using a 6 high elevator that's got a spacing of 10 blocks in between, it's almost impossible to guess which floor has been active. That's why I've never showed it. But on this one, we're only talking 2 floors. Bottom and top only have the ability to basically go up or down. So this one goes up or down. So let's look at the main changes on the control panel. So because there's no instant call, you don't hit up to call it up to you, you don't hit up to call it down to you. The way that this works is from the bottom floor, up sends you up, and then when you're on a floor, the floors 1 and 2, down calls it up to you, not up, and then up will send you up. And then if it's above you, up calls it down to you. It sounds confusing, but it is actually a little simpler than the other one. But it would take some getting used to, and like all things, this is a control panel. Whether you're getting used to a new keyboard or whatever, it does take some time to learn it. Yeah, so making it so small, there is a lot of sacrifices. So yeah, you guys comment and let me know, and if I get a certain amount of views, I will, either do an upload or do a tutorial. So let me know which one you want, either upload or tutorial. And yeah, thanks for watching, and later.